Welcome back to our daily automotive update as we navigate the rapidly evolving landscape of the 2026 electric vehicle market. Today, we are focusing our attention on a vehicle that might just be the most important release for the European and global markets this year. While the headlines are often dominated by 1,000-horsepower hypercars and massive electric trucks, the real battle for the future of mobility is happening at the other end of the spectrum, in the affordable city car segment. Kia has been making massive waves with their EV6 and EV9 flagships, but the car currently under the spotlight is the smallest member of the family yet. It is the brand new Kia EV2, a vehicle that many are calling the modern spiritual successor to the utilitarian classics of the past, specifically drawing comparisons to the new Renault 4. However, as we look closer at this boxy newcomer, it becomes clear that Kia is taking a very different approach to the entry-level electric crossover segment. While brands like Renault and Fiat are leaning heavily into the warm, fuzzy feelings of retro nostalgia to sell their latest small EVs, Kia is looking firmly toward the future. The EV2 is a statement of modern utility, designed to be a practical tool for the digital age without relying on the design cues of the 1960s or 70s to find its identity. The first thing that strikes you about the Kia EV2 is its uncompromising silhouette. In an era where many crossovers are trying to look like melted jelly beans in the name of aerodynamics, Kia has doubled down on a boxy, upright aesthetic that prioritizes interior volume and road presence. It follows the brand's opposites united design philosophy, but in its most distilled and rugged form yet. The front end is dominated by a flat, vertical face featuring the latest evolution of Kia's Star Map lighting signature. These thin, intricate LED strips give the car a high-tech, robotic appearance that feels light years away from the round, friendly headlights of its retro-inspired rivals. The hood is short and blunt, leading into a steep windshield that maximizes the sense of space inside the cabin. Along the sides, you'll notice sharp geometric creases and pronounced wheel arches that give the EV2 a sense of toughness, as if it were a miniaturized version of the massive EV9. It's a clever bit of branding that makes this entry-level model feel like a premium architectural piece of design, rather than a cheap runabout. The comparison to the Renault 4 is unavoidable, because both cars occupy the same footprint and aim for the same utilitarian goal. The Renault 4 was famous for being a car that could do anything for anyone, and the new electric version tries to capture that versatility through a lens of 1960s charm. Kia, however, seems to believe that today's buyers, especially the younger generation, are less interested in what their grandparents drove and more interested in what fits their current digital lifestyle. The EV2 is essentially a Renault 4 without the rose-tinted glasses. It offers the same short overhangs, the same tall roofline for maximum headroom, and the same hatch-style practicality, but it wraps it all in a package that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi film. This lack of nostalgia allows the designers to be more radical with the proportions and the details. For example, the rear of the car features a very vertical tailgate and high-mounted slim taillights that emphasize the car's width and height. Every line seems calculated to provide the most amount of car for the least amount of footprint, which is exactly what a city dweller in Paris, London, or Berlin needs in 2026. Underneath that bold exterior, the Kia EV2 is expected to ride on a simplified version of the highly successful E-GMP platform, or potentially a new small car architecture designed specifically for front-wheel drive efficiency and cost saving. Affordability is the name of the game here. Kia is aiming for a starting price in the range of $20,000 to $25,000 or roughly 20,000 to 30,000 euros for our European viewers. To hit this aggressive price point, Kia will likely offer two battery options. A smaller lithium iron phosphate, or LFP battery, will likely serve the entry-level models, providing enough range for daily city commuting while keeping the cost down. For those who need to venture further out, a larger nickel-cobalt-manganese pack will be available, offering a range that could touch the 300-kilometer mark. While it won't feature the ultra-fast 800-volt charging of its more expensive siblings, the EV2 is expected to support 400-volt fast charging, allowing for a 10 to 80% top-up in a time that remains competitive with the best in the segment. Inside the cabin, the EV2 continues its mission of modern minimalism. Kia knows that for a small car to feel premium, it needs to be smart with its materials and its layout. We expect to see a heavy use of recycled plastics and sustainable fabrics, creating a clean, airy environment. The dashboard will likely feature a dual-screen setup similar to what we've seen in the EV3, but scaled appropriately for the smaller interior. Because of the boxy exterior, the headroom and legroom in the EV2 are rumored to be class-leading, comfortably seating 4 adults or providing a surprisingly large cargo area when the rear seats are folded flat. This is where the utilitarian DNA really shines. It is a car built for people who have stuff to carry, whether that's sports equipment, groceries, or flat-pack furniture, and don't want to struggle with the sloping rooflines of a coupe SUV. The market that the EV2 is entering is becoming one of the most crowded and fiercely contested in the industry. It will have to fight off the likes of Citroën EC3, the upcoming Volkswagen ID.2, and of course the Renault 4 and 5 twins. Each of these cars is trying to solve the same problem: how to make an electric car that the average person can actually afford. Kia's advantage lies in its track record of reliability and its bold, non-derivative design. By moving away from nostalgia, Kia is positioning itself as the choice for the forward-thinking consumer who wants a tool that is functional, stylish, and honest about its purpose. The EV2 doesn't pretend to be an icon from the past, it is working hard to become an icon of the present. As we look toward the official launch later this year, the excitement surrounding this little crossover is a clear indicator that the world is ready for a practical, affordable electric car that isn't afraid to look like it belongs in the future. Kia's EV2 might be small in stature, but its impact on the market is destined to be massive.